Hello and welcome to Solo Playhouse. Today I am gonna play Unstoppable. I unboxed it last week and today I'm gonna play it. At the moment I am working a lot outside of this channel, and so I'm just playing things that I want to play when I can play them. So yeah, I mean, this is quite a new game and I've played it, I would say, probably like 4 or 5 times now. Won once, which is nice, on normal mode, and I'm gonna play what they suggest you play, the enemy, the Harbinger. So I'll show you everything set up. I kind of set everything up basically last time in the unboxing, and so this is the layout. I am playing Tiberius. Oh, you can't see him there. Tiberius Plex. This is Tiberius Plex, and there are 4, I think, characters in them, and they all start off with slightly different cards. There are 7 base cards, and in your deck, in your starting deck, and 3 cards that are unique to the character. But honestly, you add so many cards to your deck that the uniqueness kind of, I don't feel, is that important. Tiberius, I start off with 3 cards in my hand, and I have 2 of his cards, and they don't do masses at the start, but there's lots more we can add to them. Anyway, I'm just going to start playing it. Oh, I will say what the Harbinger is. So they have a bit of flavor text on the back, and it says, maybe the Harbinger really is just a myth, but the tales, the vir and tell of the beast are terrifying enough that you hoped you'd never come face to face with it. A gargantuan tentacled monster the size of an apartment building, the Harbinger is said to be buried within the planet's crust, asleep for millennia. When the Harbinger awakens, it will feed, trapping the souls of those it consumes and damning them to eternal agony as imprints of conscious memory. The Order of the Harbinger has always been a fringe group, but its influence has grown of late. Soon the cult will attempt a ritual to wake the Harbinger. After all, if it consumes you, you live forever. Screaming. And what could be better than immortality? Yeah, so the Harbinger, basically there are already 2 of these Order of the Harbinger cards in my deck, which is here, which are threats at the moment, and this is the battlefield. And when one of those is revealed, they actually do damage to the Harbinger. So we're kind of taking them out, I guess. Yeah, we're taking them out, and so it damages the Harbinger. But let me show you how it plays. So I've started with 3. Usually we would have 3 threats here, but I have a card that has a fast keyword on it, and if a fast keyword card is out, it doesn't apply to the 3 threat limit that we have. Also, if a fast card is at the top of the deck, so if we top deck a fast card, that also would come out because it's a fast card, so it doesn't kind of affect anything. They don't exist as far as how many have to be out is concerned. So the first thing we do is do the turn sequence, and the turn sequence is very handily on your player mat, and that is gain 3 action points, which we have here. We use action points to play cards. Refresh all allies, we don't have any, and resolve any upkeep effects. We do not have any upkeep effects. Draft phase, draw 3 cards and keep 1 from a core deck sleeve with the top card of the threat deck and add to the hand. So you can see up here, this is the marker for where we are on the core deck. So this is level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We also have a little marker on the top which can move up when we play cards. But this base stays where it is until a certain point. So we can only collect cards from the level 1. So we take 3. And we have 3 cards here, so I'll show you them here over the threats. So we have local target, which is a tactic, and it does 2 damage. Unite if X is 3 or more. So X is the number of unique factions. So these are the factions. They are Council, Junker, and we also have Silver and Viren. So if X is 3, so if you have 3, if Unite, so if we have 3 or more factions, we can junk one of our cards from our hand or discard pile, basically. Gadwick's Emporium is 3 credits, so we have credits to spend to get upgrades, which I'll talk about. And then data transfer is, so we move up the to the next level on our 6 levels. And it also has a unite, so if we have 3 unique factions, we get to do that again. And these cards cost a certain amount, so this costs 2 action tokens. This is 1 and this is 0. Because I need to do a lot of damage, I think it's difficult because this costs 2, so that's going to be tough. But we do have upgrades to take. So for example, this Viren Tranquility, it costs 3. It costs 2 less if added to a Viren card, which I don't have a Viren card, so it would cost 3. But this gives us an action token back, and we can have 6 action tokens in total. So it's kind of tempting to do that and maybe add that. We have a lot of 3s and a lot of credits that we can get. There's also this repeating, which is an upgrade to a tactic, which gives us a 1, 2, 3 hit. But that costs 5, so we can't get that now. So basically, I've got to choose one of these. So I think I will get local target. So these 2 go to the bottom of the level 1 core deck. And this card, because I've selected it, we take one of these threat cards, and they've been sort of described. There are 2 different types in here. And this card goes on top of the threat card, and we've created a new card for ourselves. And this card is added to our hand. So we now have 4 cards in hand. So at any time, we can spend credits to buy upgrades. We have 3 credits, so we can spend these at any time. And this one is good, but it costs 2 action tokens to use. So I'm thinking if I bought Viren Tranquility for 3, it would get me back an action token. Now, these upgrades, they can be played. Once you play a card, they can be played in any order. So I could use, if it was applied to this local target, I could attack for 2 and then use the Viren Tranquility to get the extra one. It also has Focus X, and Focus is equal to the number of cards of the same faction as this card in your hand and in play, including itself. So this one, Focus, it has a little, can you see that? Maybe that's a bit better. It has a little shield, and we have shields. So here's our shields. So this will, because I have 2 of the council tokens in hand or in play, this would move up 2. So that's quite a good card. So I haven't played this yet, I was just showing you. I am going to buy this Viren Tranquility for 3 credits. These go into the supply, and this, we can put this into a card in hand or a card that we played already, but obviously you don't get the benefit straight away if they do that. So I'm going to add this to local target. So this slips in between the two cards that are in here. And now it is part of this card. It also adds something to the threat on the other side. It adds taunt, but when defeated, we get an action token. So taunt is bad. Now you probably, if you know, work that out. So now this is our card, and it's been upgraded. These fill automatically straight away. Okay, so I'm going to play Thrive on Chaos, and this is one of Tiberius Plex's cards, and it costs nothing to play. If there are 3+ active threats, gain 1 token, and we have 4 active threats, so we do gain 1 token. And that's that. I could add something to this as well, but we don't have... there are cards, upgrade cards with 1 credit, but we don't have any here. So I now am going to play... Oh, I should say, this card on top of the deck, we don't have to kill this, but it has the taunt. So here's taunt. With taunt, we have to attack this card first. Even though it's just on top of the deck, it has to be attacked first because it is out. It won't attack us at the end, but we have to attack it. So I'm going to attack it with my local target. So this costs 2. So we'll move them off, 2 action points. But then I can get 1 back. And with Focus X, I have another one of the Council factions. So we get 2 shields. So we go up to 2. So we've still got... Oh, and we attack for 2. So I have to attack this Virian Doe. Now, with these cards, the threat cards... you can see this has 2 attacks. So this is 2 attack against us, and this is defense, and that will go off our Harbinger card, which at the moment is level 0. So these symbols don't add anything. So we just need a 2 attack. We add attack and defense together to get the level we need to get to destroy a threat. So we're doing 2 damage with local target, which destroys this Virian Doe. So when a card is taken out, instead of going into a discard, it goes into our hand and flips over and becomes another one of our cards. So this one is spare credits. So this card here has turned into spare credits. So that's good. So that's the way we get cards into our hand most of the time. So we've spent 1 of our action points because we got 1 back. And I think we should take out this fast one, because this fast card will, if we don't get rid of it now, it will mean we have to go up to 4 cards again. So I'm going to play my Chief of Staff, and that costs 1. Now with this one, hold on, before I do that actually, I'm going to play the card I just got, Spare Credits, because it costs no action points. So we get 1 credit for that. So now we've got 2. So let's look at what we can get. All these cards, apart from this one, we can put on tactic cards. This one is just for a tactic or an ally. And it has an upgrade. This card costs 3 action points less to play. That's pretty good. So with local target, if we added it to that, we would not pay any action points for it at all. But also, we have 2, so we could get this one, Viricab Transport, which would refresh X allies, which is a focus again, so equal to the number of cards of the same faction. Yeah, so this is the only one we can get, so I don't think we're going to get that. So I will continue. I'm going to play my Chief of Staff card, which is an ally. Now, allies are slightly different from tactics. They will stay in play until this deck is empty. So we've played that, and we can tap this card to do what it says. So it does 1 damage, and it has Unite at level 3, so my token would need to be up here at the level 3 cards. And that would be unique factions in hand or play, and we would get shields for that. But at the moment, I can tap it just to do 1 damage. So I'm going to attack the Junker Cyclist. And so that only has 1 attack and nothing for its defense because the Harbinger is at 0. So we get this card into our hand. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting, actually. So Impose Sanctions is the other card that Tiberius Plex has. Let me show you this one. So Impose Sanctions is deal 1 damage to each threat, ignoring taunts. So if there was a card with taunt on, we wouldn't need to worry about that. We would just do 1 damage to each card. Now this is quite a powerful card. And it costs 2 to play, which I only have 1, but I can spend my 2 credits, these 2 credits, to get that Viricab Transport. Oh, no. No, I can't do that. I always thought that the Medal of Loyalty, but that costs 5, so I can't do that. So I can't play that now, which is a shame. But I am going to play my strike, my other strike. So I'll play that. It costs 1 to play. And that does 1 damage. So I think these are all the same. So we'll just take another one of these out. So we have no more action points left. These cost action points, so we can't play them. So that is the end of the round. So we're going to have to take some damage. But we drew lots of bad cards, so it's not too bad. So we've done the main phase, play cards, exhaust allies, and buy upgrades. Threat phase, take damage from all active threats, lose 1 armor or health each damage. So we have 2 active threats and they do 1 damage each. So 1 damage is here and they would do more damage, but Harbinger is at 0. So we take 2 damage, but we have 2 shields. So we take 2 damage on our shields and we lose no life. Obviously, if we go to 0, we lose the game. So that's good. And then we go to the cleanup phase. So the cleanup phase is discard all played tactics. So we have 4 tactics out here, which we will discard. So they go into our discard pile. Put them like that. Lose all unspent action points. We don't have any. Reset armor to 0. Well, it just went to 0. Refill the battlefield with active threats. So we have 2 threats and we need another one. So we put this Serazan Thief out. And there are no keywords or anything here, so that is all we need to do. So that is 3. And then we advance danger by 1. So this is the danger token, so it moves along. And we are playing on normal. So this is green, so we don't do these last two. But everything else we do, and there's certain symbols which we'll get to, but there's nothing on this first one. So we're staying at 0 for the Harbinger. So that's the end of the turn sequence. So then we go back to the top, gain 3 action points, refresh all allies. So now we have this ally, this Chief of Staff, so I'll move them down there. So they will stay in play for now. And resolve any upkeep effects. We don't have any. And then we draw 3 cards and keep 1 from the core deck. So we're still drawing from level 1. So let me show you these ones. So we have Silver Courtier. We have Silver Courtier gives us 1 shield. And if we have another card of the same faction, Conspire, we do 1 damage. We don't have any in hand at the moment. We have Optical Overlay, which does 1 damage and moves our token up, which is good. And I'll show you why if we use this card. And we have Unite. So Unite is the number of unique factions. So we'd only have 1, deal 1, that would deal 1 damage. And we also have Peaceful Agreement, which is a Viren faction card. We get 1 action token, and Conspire, refresh 1 ally. Requires another card of this faction in hand or in play, and we don't have that as well. So I think it's difficult because this is 2. None of these are amazing. I'm gonna say that. But this is only 0. This one, no, I think I'm going to take Peaceful Agreement. So these 2 go back because I've got some good attack in hand, I think. So Peaceful Agreement gets a threat card and goes into our hand. So we've done that step. So now we go to the main phase. So immediately I could use Chief of Staff, but is there anything else? I have 2 credits. This Viricab Transport could come in useful, actually. I'm going to use my 2 credits to put Viricab Transport onto my imposed sanctions, because I think I'm going to play that. Pretty sure I'm going to play that. And that is focus, refresh, X allies. So cards of the same faction. And I've only got 1 ally anyway. So I'm going to use this Chief of Staff. I'm going to tap them to do 1 damage, and we're not at level 3, so that's all they do. All these are at level 1, so I'll just take one of them out. So we get a strike. And then I'm going to play my impose sanctions. So I play it for 2. But we can refresh X allies. I could refresh 2 if I had 2, but I've only got 1. So I'm refreshing Chief of Staff. And then we deal 1 damage to each threat, ignoring taunt. So all these cards get attacked because this card on deck is in play. So each one of these is defeated because they only have 1. This one is defeated. Okay, so we've got a lot of cards in hand. And we have 1 action token left, and we have our Chief of Staff that can be played again. So I'm going to tap Chief of Staff and do 1 damage to the Order of Acolytes. I think I'm missing a card, actually. I should have 2 of these. Let me just check. Maybe I didn't do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, maybe it's underneath that. Oh, this is the boss threat, actually. Yes, so this Order of Acolyte has 2 health. So I do have another token, action token I can play. So I'm just going to play this strike for 1 action. So we do the 2 damage. They're both at the bottom. So when this card flips over, we see this. So this says, when this card enters your hand or enters play, deal 1 damage and put it in your discard pile. While in your discard pile, this card cannot be targeted or affected. This card cannot be eliminated. So this symbol means attack on the boss. So we do 1 attack on the boss. And I haven't really spoken about this, but the boss has 12 health if we're playing 1 player. So it gets hit for 1. So you're 12th of the way there. When this card is defeated, you can see here, when defeated, 3 damage. So we can do 3 damage to another threat. And it just so happens that the card underneath is the other boss threat, which has 3 attack and 0 defense. So we hit this for 3 and we get it. So it also does 1 damage to the boss. The Harbinger gets hit for 2, and this goes into our discard pile. I could, if I wanted to, play Peaceful Agreement for 0, but we have no threats. So that's the end of that round. So we continue. We would do the threat phase, but there are no active threats, so we can't take any damage. And then we go to the cleanup phase, discard all played tactics. So these 2 get discarded. Lose all spent action points, reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield with active threats. So we can't because there are none. So we go to an event, which is leveling up. So here we advance both level discs. So these move up. So now we're at level 2. We discard all tactics and allies from play and discard down to 3 cards in hand. So this Chief of Staff goes into our discard as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So I think we'll keep Peaceful Agreement and we will ditch these 2. So we have 3 cards in hand. Optionally, we can take out of play any one of our cards. So I'm going to take one of our strikes because they're our basic cards out of play. So I'll put it up there. Resolve any boss specific effects. And the boss says, when you level up, take the top card of the boss deck and put it in your discard pile unless the deck is empty. So we put another of the Order of the Harbinger cards in there. Reshuffle the cards in your discard pile and place here threat side up. So threat side up. So I'm not going to look. Oops. So this deck goes here. And now that sequence is finished, we go back to where we left off. So refill the battlefield with active threats. So we have this one, which is fast. this one that has taunt, a Spalling has taunt on it, and this one. So we have 4 out again, but one of them is taunt this time. And then we advance danger by 1. So now the Harbinger is at level 1. There's also another symbol here, which means we can discard any cards we want from the market. So I'm going to get rid of these 2 5s and one of these legitimate pays. And they go to the bottom of the upgrade deck and we refill. So 1, 2, 3, and there's a 1 credit card there, which would be quite good, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, so we've advanced danger by 1, so we're at level 1 now. So we go back to the top of the turn sequence, gain 3 action points, refresh all allies and resolve any upkeep effects, draw 3 cards. So now we're at level 2. So I'm going to draw 3 level 2 cards. And we'll have a look at these. So we have Ambassador, Scrap Dealer, and Regional Target. So 2 allies and a tactic. So this Ambassador costs 3. When we tap it, we do 2 damage and move our token up 1 on our core deck tracker. But it costs 3 to do that, so that is quite expensive. Scrap Dealer costs 1. Tap it, we get 2 credits, and we can use Conspire. So another of the Junker cards in hand or in play, and we get an extra credit. Or we have Regional Target, which does 2 damage, and we can get rid of one of our cards. We can eliminate a card from our deck or discard pile. We don't really... Yeah, none of these are amazing for me. I think the best one is going to be... I can get an action back with my Peaceful Agreement. So I could use that and do 2 damage and then do another damage and get another action back. Maybe I should get that one. I need to do damage. Yeah, I'm going to get that one. So these 2 go back to the bottom of the deck and I get the Ambassador. And she goes with a threat and into my hand. Okay, so I've got to attack this Spalling first. Now this Spalling has taunt, which is why I've got to attack it. But it also now has 1 attack, 1 defense, and 1 extra defense from the Harbinger. So I have to do 3 damage to that. Wowzers. Okay. I'm going to play my Ambassador. Unless... I'm going to play Peaceful Agreement first. So we get another action token. So now we have 4. We don't have the Conspire thing available because we need another of the same faction, of the Viren faction. So I'm going to play my Ambassador. She costs 3. And then I'm going to tap her and she attacks for 2. So I will attack this Spalling for 2. Yeah, I'm going to take some damage this turn. So I attack for 2 and I move up 1. So this token moves. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you that. So this smaller token moves up, but this base one stays on level 2. but next time we would select from this level 3 core deck, and then that token would move back. So we've done 2 damage, and then I will just use another of my strikes. So we've used all 4 to do another damage to that. So we have killed the Spawling. And we got Thrive on Chaos. If there are 3 active threats, gain 1. At level 2, we gain 1 for each active threat with damage. Okay. So, I don't think I'm going to play this yet because, oh gosh, we're going to take a lot of damage. Yeah, there was nothing I could do about that. Just the luck of the draw. Okay, so that's the end of our turn because we have no more actions left. And I don't want to use Thrive on Chaos. So take damage from all active threats, lose 1 armor or 1 health for damage. So we have 3, 6, 7. So we're down to 3. So that's bad. Discard all played tactics. So these 2 tactics go into our discard. Reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield with active threats. So we still have a fast one here. So this one has to go here. So we have 3 and the fast one. Rage is fine. We don't need to worry about that for now. Only if it's on the battlefield. And then we advance. So we could spend 1 credit to get rid of a card out of our deck, but we don't have any credits. So we've advanced by 1, so we gain 3 action points. So we get 3 back. Refresh all allies, so the ambassador is refreshed. And resolve any upkeep effects, we have none. Then draft 3 cards. So now we're drafting from level 3. So hopefully we draw something good. So let's look at these. We have Royal Armourer, Shield Detonation, and Hidden Cantina. So with Royal Armourer, costs 4 action points, which as you saw, we could have 4 at a time. They're an ally. When they get tapped, we get 6 defense. Conspire. Another of this faction in hand or in play, we will get 2 health. That's pretty cool. Okay. It's possible, but we don't have 4 action points, and we need to take things out. So, Shield Detonation, 1 action point, deal X damage, X is equal to your current shield. If this effect defeats a threat, that card costs 2 less to play until the end of the turn. That's no good to me because I don't have any way of getting shields at the moment. And Hidden Cantina, 1 action point. While this card is in play, all other cards you play gain this effect. When played, deal 1 damage. That's pretty good. I'm going to take that. So we get that into our hand. These 2. Return. And this moves back down. Yeah, that's good. That is good. So I'm going to target the Junker Cyclist first, I think. Although these 2 are quite good, so when we attack, when we get rid of these 2, they do attack other things. So we would need 4. We need to do 4 damage. That is possible. I'm going to play Hidden Cantina. So it gives us another action token. And now any other cards we play deal 1 damage. So I'm going to play this strike for 1, and it does 1 damage. And because we played it, the Hidden Cantina, it does another damage. Now we can spread this damage around, but I think I'm going to do the damage to that boss. And then I'm going to play my ambassador. So we do 2 damage. So I'm going to attack this Order Archivist. And that's 4, so we take them out. And they will do 4 damage to another character. So we'll take this out. And this is in order of a Harbinger, so we do 1 damage to the Harbinger. And they're going to do 4 damage to the Order Archivist, which has 4 health. So we defeat them as well. So they do another damage to the Harbinger. And they also do 4 damage. So let's do 4 damage to the Serizan Thief. They only have 2 health, so they are taken out. So you can see with these boss cards, if you take one out, they actually really help you because they attack other cards. So I have lots. I should have played my Thrive on Chaos, but honestly, it's okay. I'm going to play this strike. So this strike does 1 damage, but also because of my Hidden Cantina, we do another damage. And we need to do 1 more. Because this card, if you can see here, it has another defense down here, so it has 3 health. Yes, I should have taken that out first. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to retroactively change this. So this last Order of Harbinger could have done 3 damage to this. And then that one would have been left. And we get 1 credit from this. And the reason I want to do that is that I can take this one out now because I've got 1 credit. So I'm going to pay to get this empowered upgrade. And I can add it to a tactic. So I'm going to add it to Thrive on Chaos. So now Thrive on Chaos has a 2 attack. So I can play this for 0. And if there are 3 active threats, which there aren't, level 2 gain 1 for each active threat with damage there aren't. But they do 2 damage, so I can attack this Serizan Thief. So they come into my hand. And I've hardly used any actions. But that's okay. So that's the end of the main phase. I'm lacking money, actually. That's what I'm really lacking. Threat phase, take damage from all active threats. There are none. Clean up phase, discard all played tactics. So these three go into our discard. Lose all unspent action points. Reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield with active threats. So 3 new threats at least. 1, 2, 3. So we have an interesting card here that's been upgraded. And it's all going on. They have Taunt and Rage. And then we move on, so we can discard cards again from our upgrade. So I'm going to get that 6. And I think that's it. I'll keep the other ones. Okay. So upkeep phase, gain 3 action points. Refresh allies, so our ambassador is refreshed. And resolve any upkeep. Draft, draw 3 cards and keep 1 from the core deck. So we're still at level 2. The core cards haven't really been going my way. I've generally felt like I've always been able to get a card that does good stuff for me. Okay, so we have Zoridu, Resistance Armorer, an ally. When tapped, they give us 1 action, and focus X is the number of cards this faction in hand or in play. We don't have any more of those factions. We have Rogue Hacker, who, when tapped, gives us an action point and 1 credit, which might be useful. And we have 3 meters under, which is a tactic and does damage 2, damage 1. Which honestly could also be good. We do have impose. We have 2 attack with our ambassador. I'm just going to move these so I can see what I've got as threats. So we can do 2 damage with our ambassador. When we defeat this Gen Mod Enforcer, they give us an action point, which is pretty good. With our imposed sanctions, we can do 1 damage to each. One, 2, 1, so we'd have 2 left. And a 2 and a 1. That would be pretty good. Oh, it's so difficult. The good thing about these allies is they stay in play, so they'll be there for the next round. And I want credits as well. So I think I'm going to take the rogue hacker. It's very difficult. I could do with the attack, really. But so I'm going to play the rogue hacker for 2. And then I'm going to tap them. And they give me 1 action point back. And a credit. I forgot with the ambassador, until the end of this turn, this card counts as any 1 extra faction type. That's interesting. So I'm going to tap the ambassador and do 2 damage. I have to do 2 damage to the Gen Mode Enforcer. And we move 1 up with our core token. And I'm going to play Impose Sanctions for 2. Deal 1 damage to each threat, ignoring taunt. So we deal 1 to each of these, and it's also the one on top of the deck. So this Gem Mode Enforcer is defeated. That gives us 2 credits. So now we have 3. And when defeated, we get 1 action point. Whoop. Oops. And they come into our hand, which is local target. And it's a shame we can't play local target. But hold on, we've got 3 credits. So we could actually add something to this strike. And I think it's got to be ooh, so tricky. There are things that I want. I would love to get this extra heal, so it gives us 2 credits and a health. All this fortified, if you have 5 health or less, gain 2 health and move our target along. I think I'm going to get that because I'm willing to take some damage too. It gets us a better card as well. Okay, I'm going to pay 3 credits. To get this into this strike. Fortified. And hello, Bernardo. Hello, how are you? Still sunny, hey? I remember. So I have 1 action to do. So I'm going to play this strike. So no more actions. I can do 1 damage. So I'm going to attack this Serazan Thief. So we kill that. And if you have 5 health or less, gain 2. So I will. and we move up 1 on the track. I'm going to take 2 damage, but, you know. So I have no more action points. I can't play either of these 2. And that is the end of my turn. So, we take damage. So we're taking 2 damage. Ooh. And we discard all tactics. Lose any unspent actions. No, we don't have them. Reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield. So, oh, sorry. During the threat phase, this has rage, so we have to discard an ally. So I'm going to discard the rogue hacker. Yeah, so we're refreshing. Ooh, that's a shame. We have Verenian Doe as a taunt, so we have to attack that first. Oh, we've been so unlucky with cards. Advance. So we're now up to level 2, so every skull is 2 now. Great! And we start the turn sequence again. Gain 3 action points, refresh allies, resolve any upkeep. Draft phase, draw 3 cards. So we're drawing from level 4, which is good. So let's have a look, see what we've got. So we've got Viren Recruit, Reclaimed Gunship, or Call for Aid. So Viren Recruit is an ally, costs 1. Requires another card of this faction to get an action point. We do 3 damage with it. We don't have another of these Viren cards in our hand or in play. Reclaimed Gunship, which costs 3 action points. It does a 4 and a 3. And Focus. X is the number of cards of this faction in hand or in play. We don't have any of those. And can you believe it? Call for Aid, which costs 5. Unite, defeat X threats. X is the number of unique factions, and we have this faction only in our cards at the moment. Four and 3. It costs 3 to use, but then we can do another. Yeah, I think this is the best one to have. So we will return these 2 level 4s to the bottom of that deck. This goes back. And Reclaimed Gunship goes into our hand. Okay, so we are going to play Reclaimed Gunship. We don't have any credits. So it costs 3. 1, 2, 3. And we have to attack the Verenian Doe first, because it has Taunt. We can do a 4 attack on it, and it has 4. So we defeat it. So we get spare credits into our hand. And then we can do another 3 attack. So we can attack the Order Acolytes, because they have 1 damage already and have 4 health in total. So we defeat them. They are defeated. They're an Order of the Harbinger. So we go to 5 damage on the Harbinger. And then this one does 3 damage. So we could do I think we'll do 3 damage to this back alley Blade Master, because they have rage, so we would lose We're going to lose our ambassador anyway, but we get 1 credit for it. So we defeat them. They become chief of staff. And we get a credit for that. But also, oh, actually, we can defeat them because we have our ambassador. Oh, I should just do focus as well, reclaim gunship. So this faction, we only have 1 of it. So with focus, we get 1 credit and 1 defense. And then we can use our ambassador. So we can tap them to do 2 damage. So actually we can defeat the Saracen thief. And we move 1 up again. And I think that's all we'll do for now. Because we have 2 credits, but I don't need to spend them yet. So I'm going to save them. So that's the end of our turn. Discard our play tactics. Lose all unspent action points. Reset armor to 0. And refill the battlefield. So we can't. So we go into our event. We advance both level discs by 1. So they both move up this time. Lose all unspent. Oh, sorry. Discard all tactics and allies. So that ally ambassador did well for us. We lose her. And we have to go down to 3 cards in hand. So let's have a look. Let's lose our 2 strikes. Optionally, take 1 card out of our deck. So we'll take 1 of those strikes out. So we've lost 2. Resolve any boss effects. So we add a Order of the Harbinger card to our discard. And we shuffle these cards. So you can see now we've got quite a lot of cards in our deck. And we've managed to... I don't think we're going to win this one. I just feel like I've had quite bad luck drawing cards. You know, there's obviously, in any of these games, there is an element of luck. I have beaten the Harbinger once, but I think it's quite a tough game. But I really love how the card play works. I love adding... I like deck builders anyway, and I like this way that you defeat threats and they become cards in your hand. I think that's really cool. Okay, just gonna do that one more time. Okay, so you refill the battlefield. 1, 2, 3. This one has terror, which is when you target a terror threat with an effect that deals damage, you lose 1 action point. That's not good. It only has 3 health. So, yeah. So we've done that. We advance danger by 1. We can pay 1 to junk a card. I don't think I want to. Because I might want to buy this card here. Right, okay. We've advanced danger by 1. So we gain 3 action points. We refresh allies and resolve any upkeep. We draw 3 cards. So we're drawing 3 from level 4. Again. And we have a cozy virulent lobbyist, a lay low, and call in a favour. So the cozy virulent lobbyist costs 2 action points, and when tapped, Tactics with a printed cost of 2 or more cost 1 less to play until the end of this turn. Yeah, that's quite a good long-term card when we have a big deck to get through. We also have Lay Low, which is, oh, I might need 4 health. Until the end of this turn, this card counts as any extra faction type. And we have Call in a Favor, cost 0. Play the top card of your deck, then lose X health. X is the card's printed cost. After the threat phase, flip it over as an active threat. And we can conspire, same faction. No, I think I've got to get some health back. It also, this Lay Low card, because it counts as any 1 extra, Chief of Staff is now at level 3, so Unite, getting Shield, X is the number of unique factions in hand or in play. And we have another Unite on local target. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Lay Low. Lay Low. Ooh. That's going to go back there anyway. So we take a Lay Low and give it a threat. Goes into our hand. Okay. I love that system as well. I like the system of how these tokens move and you can get to higher cards. I think it's quite important to get to high cards, and I haven't managed to do that effectively, I don't think. Okay, so we are in the main phase. So as soon as... Okay, I'm going to play Lay Low. So we get 4 health. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have an extra faction. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to play spare credits. This gets me 3. So now I have some options. So we can get 2 more actions, which doesn't help me very much. 2 more credits. 2 attack. Which would have to go on local target. So I could do 4 damage. Yes, difficult. I think I'm going to play Chief of Staff for 1. And I'm going to tap it to attack. You can actually see on these cards, if I show you here, it shows you what is on the other side in terms of what it does. So I can do 1 damage. This one is 5, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So 1. And then at level 3 we have Unite. Unique factions in hand or in play. So this one counts as a different faction. So we have 2 unique factions, so I get 2 defense, 2 shields. And then it's just a question. I think I'm gonna, it's so difficult. I'm gonna spend 2 credits to get this tactic, 1000-watt arc capacitor, and add it to this card. So this is my 2nd upgrade. And I will play this for 2. And for 2, I can do a 2 and a 2. So I get 1 action back. With focus, I have 1, 2, 3 cards of the same faction. So I get 4 shields. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can do 2 damage and 2 damage. So I'll do 2 damage to the Viren Revenchrist, which takes away an action point. And then another 2, which kills it, which would take away an action point, but it's fine. And I get that card. It's my ambassador. And I have no more actions. I can't play my ambassador card. So that's the end of the round. So I take damage, but this is going to do 1, 2, 3, and this is doing 3 as well. So that's 6, and I have 6 shields. So we discard our tactics. Lose all unspent action points, reset armor to 0, refill the battlefield with active threats. So I just need 1 more. And this one is fast, so it has to come out. The Frill Blaze. And we advance. So again, I can clear. I think I'll get rid of the expensive ones again. Maybe not that one, I like it. And we start again. So gain 3 action points. Refresh all allies. We have our Chief of Staff. And draft phase, draw 3 cards. So level 3 this time. So we have... Oh, sorry, you've been looking at my mistake. Dr. Ripora. Cost 2. 1 life. I don't think we need him. Gadwick, Golden Hand, an ally, gives us 2 credits. You may move all upgrades from the market to the bottom of the upgrade deck and refill the market. And we have Overclock. 1 credit, 1 attack. If you have 4+ upgrades in cards in your discard pile and in play, gain 1 action token and deal 2 damage. Well, I probably have that. Not at the moment. It would be good to get money. I feel like I need money. So I'm going to take Gadwick. And he goes into my hand with a new threat on the back. So I have 1 credit, but I can play Gadwick for 0 action points and tap him to get 2 credits. So I'm up to 3. We can move all upgrades from the market to the bottom of the upgrade deck and refill. I've got 3 credits. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay. So tricky. I might be in a bit of trouble here. I have to play the ambassador for 3 action points. And I will tap her, so we can do 2 damage. So we'll take out this Serazon Thief. But... oh, and we move this along 1. Until the end of this turn, this card counts as 1 extra faction type. I don't... okay, I'm going to spend 2 credits to get this other art capacitor and put it in this card. And I can't play it. So I'm going to tap Chief of Staff, who does 1 damage. I should have defeated them, shouldn't I? I would have got an extra action. But this card, I wouldn't be able to have played that card anyway. Unite. Unite is the number of unique factions in hand or in play. So I've got 1, 2, and 3 because this is also a unique faction. So I get 3. Yeah. And that's all I can do. I can't play this strike. I don't have enough credits to buy anything else. So that's the end of the turn. So threat phase, we take damage. So we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Discard all tactics. We don't have any. Reset armor. Refill the battlefield. So we do need to refill 1 because 1 is fast. Advanced danger. So we're up to 3 now. And then we start again. Gain 3 action points. Refresh allies. Draw 3 cards from level 4. 1, 2, 3. So we've got Wasteland Bounty. 4 attack while this card is in play. Each time you defeat a threat, gain 1 credit. That's pretty good. A 3 and a 2 attack. And if you have 5 or less, defeat the on-deck threat. If you do so, you may lose 2 health to defeat the new on-deck threat. That's kind of crazy. Because this on-deck threat he's got 3 attack. No, I think I'm going to go Wasteland Bounty. So this goes back. Oh. Yeah. So I'm going to use Wasteland Bounty. I'm going to... So this now, Order Archivist, is worth... has got health of 6. Jeez. Six, 6, 5. Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble here. Hold on, I've got my allies. So let's think about this. Let's tap the ambassador. So she does 2 damage. 1, 2. And moves us along 1. counts as an extra faction. Then I've got Chief of Staff. So they do 1 damage. So I will put that there. And Unite is the number of unique factions in hand or in play. So unique, we've got 1, 2, 3. So we get 3 shields. And then I will play Wasteland Bounty for 1. And it does 4 damage. So I can do this to the Order Archivist and kill it. So they do 4 damage to another card. And we do 1 damage to the Harbinger. So 4 damage to another card. Actually, I should have put this somewhere else. Here. Here. So 4 damage to this one defeats it. So Frill Blaze. We get 1 action back. That's interesting, because now it's a reclaimed gunship. So this is a 4/3 and costs 3 action points. Really, when I put 1 back, I should use one of these, I think. So I only have 6 total. So I'm going to play Reclaimed Gunship. Hold on. Before I do that, I'm going to tap Gadwick Golden Hand and get 2 more credits. So I have 3 credits. Yeah, I'm just going to play them. So 3 action points. So we do a 4 and a 3. So this is 5. I've been moving this attack around, so I'm going to put it there. So I'm going to do 4. So it's 5, it's got 1 damage. I do 4, so I defeat that. When defeated, we get to move up 1. And then a 3, so I will put 3 damage on the Triumvirate Hireling. Focus. Focus is the number of cards of this faction in hand or in play. So I have 1, but this ambassador counts as another one, so I get 2 credits. So we're up to 5. And 2 shields. Okay, I don't have any more action points. So, we get attacked for 3. 1, 2, 3. So we don't take any damage. Discard all tactics. Gives it 4. Reset armor to 0. And refill the battlefield with active threats. So 1, 2, and we've got that flipping taunt there again. Advanced danger by 1. So we can get rid of cards again. We've got 5. I don't like that one particularly. Or that one. Where are we up to? Where are we up to? Right, so we gain 3 action points. Refresh all allies. Draft 3 cards. So we're at level 5 this time. So we have 10 meters under, ambush, court physician. So 10 meters under, deal 10 damage. You may split this effect as you choose among X targets. So depending on how many actions we spend. Ambush, 2 action points. And draw 1 card from the bottom of your deck. Court physician, ally. When this card enters or leaves play, 3 health. And when we tap it, 1 damage, you may lose 1 health to refresh this card. I think we've got to do 10 meters under. Not been able to take out threats well enough for my liking. Okay, so we need 6 damage to this one. So we need 3 more. So let's tap the ambassador, do 2 damage to it. Oops. And we move up 1 on our core tracker. And that is now any faction. And then we'll use our chief of staff to do 1 damage, which kills the triumphant hireling. When defeated, we can get rid of 1 card. So let's look at our discard. I'll get rid of my spare credits. And then we need to do 5 damage. I'm going to play Hidden... Oh, do I need to play Hidden Cantina? Shall I save it? So I can do 10 damage. And this is 5. And this is 4. So... Oh, this one was Taunt. Okay, I will... So this is 5. This is 4. So I think I will play 10 meters under and use 2 action points. So sorry, I should have... Oh, no, this is 7. Okay. So I'm going to take this back quickly and play Hidden Cantina. I get 1 action point. And now when I play, I deal 1 damage. So I'm going to play 10 meters under for 2 action points. So I can split this 10 damage up between 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I will, because I played that card, I get to do 1 damage there. So I will do 6 to that and kill it. And then the other 4 I will do to Order Acolytes. So now I need 1 damage to that. So I will play this strike, and when I play it, for one action. I do 1 damage because of my hidden cantina, so that's up to 5. So that is defeated and does 1 damage to the Harbinger, so up to 7. And then I get to do a 2 and a 1, so I can do 3 damage to this Saracen Thief. And I have 5 credits now. So I'm going to play Thrive on Chaos. If there are 3 active threats, there aren't. Level 2, gain 1 for each active threat with damage, so I get 1 coin for that. So I got 6 credits now. Let me just swap these over. And we do 2 damage, so that kills the Saracen Thief. Whew. Okay, wow. So I do have 1 action point left, but I'm not going to use it. So we don't take any damage. Clean up. Discard all played tactics. So I don't know if I used that one. I think I did early on. Unspent action points. Armor to 0. Refill the battlefield. 1, 2. There's a fast one. Advanced danger. So we can spend 1 to junk a card. And let's see if there's anything I want to get rid of here. No, I don't think so. So we start again. Gain 3 action points. Refresh all allies. All refreshed. Upkeep effects, draft phase, draw 3. So we're getting 3 level 4s. Let me show you them. So we have Gadgeteer, Viren Revanchism, global target. So Gadgeteer, 2 action points, deal X damage. X is the number of upgrades on cards in your hand and in play. I don't have any at the moment. Viren Revanchism, 3 action points and 2 coins. That's pretty awesome. And global target is a 1-1-1-1 unite. If the X is 4, so if we have 4 unique factions, which we wouldn't. So I think Viren Revanchism is the one. As long as I can defeat some things, but I have options. So I really, really want to. We have a terror keyword, so that's going to be difficult. We lose action points, but I do have. Just going to check. You cannot have more than 6 action points, yeah. So I'm going to use Viren. Question is, do I want to put anything with this? I'm going to tap Gadwick Golden Hand. So I get 2, and we may move all upgrades. No, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to buy Wanted. And I'm going to put this in Viren Revanchism. So I'm going to play Viren Revanchism. And that costs 1, and I get 3. And I get 4 credits. And excuse me, sorry. And I can do a 2/2 damage. So at the moment, let's do 2. 2/2 on Order Archivist. So four of the 6 we need to defeat them. So I'm going to use the Ambassador. It does another 2 damage, so that kills the Order Archivist. And we move up 1. They're going to do 4 damage to another character, but also do 1 damage to the Harbinger. So 4 damage I'm going to do to the Vine Spider. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have terror, so they take 1 of my actions. But now they only need another attack. So I'm going to use my Chief of Staff to do another attack, which we lose an action, but we gain 1 for defeating it. So this is defeated. And unite a number of unique factions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get 4 shields. Okay. I need some attack. This Order Acolyte has 5 health. But just thinking, I'm going to spend 4 of my credits to purchase this 2000 watt arc capacitor, which gives me a 3 attack on this peaceful agreement. So I'm going to play that for 0. I get 1 action back, and I can do 3 damage. So I'm going to do it to the Order Acolyte. So 3 damage. And Conspire, I have one of the same faction, and I have the Ambassador as well. So I'm going to refresh the Ambassador. And I'm going to use the Ambassador to do the 2 damage to defeat the Order Acolyte, which gives me 3 damage, which I will do to this Junker Cyclist, and 1 damage to the Harbinger, so we're up to 9 now. And also the Ambassador moves me 1 down on the up on the order. Sorry, on the core deck. I think we're done there. And this Junk Cyclist now needs another 1 to defeat it. So oh no, I need something. Oh, so I've got my strike. Yeah, so I'm going to play my strike for 1, which does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I need more than that. So actually, I'm going to spend 1, my last credit, to put this Databorn in there. And play that for 1. I think I might have used that, but I've got loads of actions. So I can do the 2 that I need to defeat that, which gives me a credit. And it moves me up as well on this track, so we're up to level 6. And I don't think I need to play anything else. So we have defeated everything. Okay, so we don't lose any health. Discard all tactics. Such a big debt now. Lose any unspent action points. Reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield. So 1, 2, and we don't have a 3rd. So we go to the events. We level up. We advance both level discs, but only this one can go up. Discard all tactics and allies. So we lose all our lovely allies, unfortunately. Discard down to 3, but I've only got 2 cards in hand. Optionally, get rid of 1 card, and I will. I know. I'm pretty sure there's a tactic in here. Wasn't it just there? Oh, I added to it. Strike. There's a 2. I think I'll get rid of that strike that I just upgraded. It's not that useful at this point. Resolve any boss effects, so we add another Order of the Harbinger card. And we're going to shuffle these cards. So you can see now I've got quite a big deck of cards. So yes, we need 3, but we've got a fast one, so that's 4. We move up, so we're up to level 4 now on the Harbinger's track. And we start again. So we gain 3 action points. We refresh allies. Draw 3 cards. So we're going level 6. About time. And we have these. Motorbike Barrage, which is 1 action point, 4 attack, bargain 4. So if we pay 4 minus each card of this faction in hand, we get another 4 attack. We have a Relentless Charge, 3 attack. Conspire, return this card to your hand. If you discard another card from play. And we need another of that faction, which we do have. Medical Nanites is 0. It's a 2 health, defeat 1 threat. That's pretty good with health as well. I think I'm going to go Medical Nanites. So these 2 go to the bottom. This goes back. We get a new threat for the back of Medical Nanites. And we start all over again. So I'm going to play Medical Nanites. We get 2 health. We defeat 1 threat. So I'm going to defeat the Order Archivist. So we get another hit on the Harbinger, which is up to 10 now. We need 2 more. So we're going to take some damage here. I'm going to take some damage. So I'm going to play Impose Sanctions for 2. Deal 1 damage to each threat ignoring taunts. So I will. 1, 2, 3. And top of the deck. And then at level 4, which we are at now, because here we are at level 4. Deal 1 damage to each threat ignoring taunt. So again. I think we're going to die. I've just realised. And I can't do anything else. I can't play this. Oh, hold on. We should have done 4 damage to another character. So, let's see. That costs 3 to use, so we won't be able to use that. So, it was 4, wasn't it? So this is now 5. So I could have defeated that. It has rage as well. Rage. Yeah, so when defeated, 2 damage. So we get that. Another 2 damage to one of these. So let's do it to the Frill Place. So that's at 4. So I can use this strike. This doesn't apply. If you have 5 or less health, I've got 6. But I can do 1 more damage, which is 5. Which defeats this, which gets me another action point back. And then I can't defeat this. Because I have things that I can't play. So I have to take damage. So this is going to do 5 damage to me. So I'm down to 1 health. Then we discard all tactics. Lose all unspent action points. Reset the armor to 0. Refill the battlefield. So 1, 2. Okay, there's no extra things going on here, which is good. Advance, so we can clear things. I'm going to clear this and this. Not those. 2 cards. Gain 3 action points. Draw 3 cards. So I will just show these again. So we have Duke Khan, an ally. Until the end of this turn, target threat loses all keywords and bonuses. 2 attack and 3 shields. It's for 1. Fair trade. Swap any card from your hand with any card in play except this one. This does not count as playing a card swap from hand. Bargain 3, so I can spend 3 to repeat the effect. So I can swap. That's not useful right now. Uneasy agreement. Conspire, refresh 1 ally. That's not great, but it does 2 damage. So I think I'll take that one. Okay. So I have my reclaimed gunship. So I could do 4/3 damage. This one only has 3. This one has 5. This one has 6. So I could defeat these 2, but this one will kill me. Because even this would give me shields, but not enough. So I think I'm going to die. I'm going to play this rogue hacker because I can and tap him so I get 1 action back and 1 credit. And then I can play Uneasy Agreement to do a 2 attack. This one, I can defeat that one. Ooh, that's good. And we can refresh 1 ally, so I will refresh the rogue hacker. Requires another card of this faction in hand or in play. I've got 1 in hand, so that's good. Yeah, so I can refresh that. So I can tap them again and get another action point and get another credit. So would this kill everything? If I've got 4, 3, and potentially another 2. This one is 1, 5, 6. One, 2. No, I don't think I can kill them all with this card. So I'm going to upgrade this card. I'm going to pay 1 to get the empowered to put this in here. And then I'm going to play it. So I can do 4 damage. So I can defeat this Saracen Thief. Yeah. While this card is in play, each time you defeat a threat, gain 1. So I defeated a threat then, so I get 1 credit. And then I can do another 2 damage. So I will do 2 to this Saracen Thief. So now... Ooh. I have 3 credits. Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 to put this Street Adrenaline on this card. No, that's not going to work. This is going to do 1, 5, 6 damage to me. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I can do this. So close. I can spend the 2 to put this on here, but this is not going to prevent anything from happening. And play it. So I do 1 damage, and I get 5 shields. So I'm up to 3, but this is 6. I can't play Reclaimed Gunship. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Oh, do you know what I could have done? That was 1, wasn't it? 2, yeah. I could have spent that 1 to get this virtualized and put the other upgrade in here. So I would have got 1 extra shield and moved this up 1. And then I can't do anything else. So I'm attacked by this force 6, which gets rid of my shields. So I've got 1 life left. Crazy. And then we discard all tactics. Lose all unspent action points, reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield. Oh, that Spalling has come back to taunt us. Okay, advance. We're still at level 4. We can spend 1, but we don't have money. Gain 3 action points. Refresh allies. Draw 3 cards from here. 1, 2, 3. Skin of my teeth. So we have Overseer Caligari. Gain 4 credits until the end of this turn. All bargain effects you resolve gain this effect. Deal 3 damage. Nope. Salvage. 1 action point, 4 attack. Bargain 3. The next upgrade you buy this turn costs 3 less. 4 attack might work. And joint session. 0 to play. Draw up to X cards. Then place that many cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck. Unite X the number of unique factions in hand or in play. That would be 3. I'm just wondering if I could draw Harbinger cards. I could draw 3. Or maybe something that will help me. Okay, I'm going to try that one. Let's go out in a blaze of glory if we're going to go out. Okay. Because it costs nothing, so I can keep my reclaimed gunship and use it. Draw up to X cards. Then place that many cards from your hand. X is the number of unique factions in hand or in play, and I've got 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then place that many cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck. So if the if the Harbinger had 1 left, I could keep this Order of the Harbinger card. The Harbinger card does say, when this card enters your hand or enters play, deal 1 and put it in your discard pile. I think that's a bit of a, like... It says, then place that many cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck. There's a little bit of a grey area there. I'm going to keep the gunship and put these back on the bottom. I've got rid of the taunt though, which is good. I'm not sure about that Harbinger card. So I'm going to play Reclaimed Gunship for 3. And I do 4 and 3, which is 7 in total. So I'm going to do 7 to the Order Archivist. They have 7 health and they're defeated. So we do 1 damage to the Harbinger and then they do 4 damage. So I'm going to do that to the Chosen Thief, which means they are defeated. When defeated, we move up. They come into hand, but we have no action points left. So unfortunately, I think if we look here, no, you can't see it actually. But the Verin Revanchist is going to do 2 damage to me, and I only have 1 life left. So I'm defeated, but we were 1 away from defeating the Harbinger. But honestly, that was I never felt like I was in control of that game. But we were so close, so close. Okay, it's been 2 hours. I've really enjoyed it, but I am going to go. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you're watching now. Please like this video, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.